All right, we are back. Hello, YouTube world. We're on part six, and I'm still trying to figure out which one of these DVDs, how many I'm giving away. Um, I've turned this into a whole series, not realizing exactly how big of a collection I had until I actually started to go through them. So, again, this is part six. And let's go ahead and get into it. This movie here, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Paul Newman, Robert Redford. This movie is a classic. Um, I have, I have, and will always have a crush on Paul Newman. Um, Rest in peace. Was thought he was a great actor. Um, love him in this movie. Love him in movies like Cool Hand Luke, and Cat on the Hot Tin Roof. Him and Elizabeth Taylor in that movie was so good. Um, Even The Color of Money. I even liked him in that. He was much older there. But yeah, I thought he was just so cute in that movie. Heck, I even liked him. I thought he was hot in Road to Perdition. Basically, I love me some Paul Newman. This is a classic here. Um, and you know what? I have never opened this DVD. Um, yeah, it's pretty much. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep this one just because I've never opened it, um, and it's a classic. Can't go wrong with Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And look, it says it's the ultimate collector's edition. So yeah, this is staying. Okay, so this one is a Marathon Man, Dustin Hoffman, Laurence Olivier, Roy Scheider, William Devane. This is from the 70s. Um, this one, do I remember what this one was about? Basically, Dustin Hoffman is a marathon man. He runs marathons, and then I think his brother gets caught up in some mess. Let me see. From William Goldman's. Here we go, William Goldman again. I swear, William Goldman was that man in the 70s. Um, from William Goldman's best-selling novel comes one of the most daring and affecting thrillers ever brought to the screen. Let's see. Gross plays in a killing game of intrigue. Yeah, Laurence Olivier plays a very bad guy in this movie. I think he was called the dentist or something, and um, anyway, because I'm really blanking on the full plot of this movie. Like I said, it's been a while since I watched it, but I know it was a pretty good movie. Um, Laurence Olivier, um, he does. I mean, he plays the ultimate bad guy here, and then Dustin Hoffman. He was all the rage in the 70s. But this one I'm gonna be giving away. Um, yeah, some of these is making me want to have a marathon, um, a movie marathon where I catch up on some of these movies. But this one I'm going to be giving away. This is one of my favorite romantic comedies, The Proposal. I just think Sandra Bullock, she just looks so beautiful in this movie. Um, like everything is just perfect. I think this is her. This is peak Sandra Bullock. And Ryan Reynolds, he's funny in this movie. Sometimes I find him very annoying. He kind of plays the same guy in every movie. Um, but this one I really enjoyed. It's also got the late Betty White in it, which I love, playing the grandma. Um, yeah, this is a classic. Um, but I'm going to be giving this one away as well. Um, see, this one has a 2 disc DVD plus hilarious never before seen alternate ending. Gosh. Yeah, I'm not going to keep this one. But this is a really good romantic comedy. Oh, yeah. Show me the money. You had me at hello. Some pretty memorable quotes from this movie. This was so good. Um, and it's one of the Tom Cruise movies that's not where he's not totally annoying. Also, Cuba Gooding Jr., he has a pretty memorable performance. Um, he won Best Supporting Actor for his role in this movie. Um, yeah, it's so many quotable lines, so many classic scenes. The little boy. Um, I think this is one of the movies that put Renee Zellweger on the map. Um, yeah, this is a classic. I love Jerry Maguire. Um, but I am going to be giving this away. So goodbye, Jerry Maguire. All right, this is The Fugitive. Again, this is another remake. The original The Fugitive came out when I don't even think I was born when this was, I think it was a television series way back in the day. And then they made it into a movie in the early 90s, I believe. This is with Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones and a few other really good character actors. This is one of the best like action movies. I've seen this movie several times. I just think it's one of those perfect movies, perfect action movies. Um, Good dialogue, good action, good story. Um, Harrison Ford is really good in this. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna be giving this one away. Um, but yeah, this is a really good movie. This came out, I believe. I don't remember what year this came out, but I know probably like the early '90s. Um, yeah, I don't know if they do they even play this movie. I don't even know if this is on any of the streaming services. I'd have to look, but highly recommend. But I'm going to be giving it away. Oh, the movie uh, that launched a television series, Friday Night Lights. Funny enough, I never watched Friday Night Lights the series, but I did like the movie. Um, yeah, it's the one scene where what's his name, Derek. I forget his name, but he plays Booby Miles. And there one scene, he ends up getting injured. He had a career-ending injury, and then there's this scene he has Booby Miles with his I think it was his uncle or something. They're in the car, and he like completely breaks down because he knows he can't play anymore. He's like, "What am I gonna do without football?" Such a gut-wrenching scene. This was such a good movie, and Billy Bob Thornton um, is in this, and yeah, this was so good. Like I said, it launched the series, the Friday Night Lights series, which had a lot of up and coming actors in it. Again, I never really watched the series, um, but this is a classic here. This is so good, but I gotta give it away. I can't hold on to all these DVDs. I gotta give it away, so I'll have somebody else maybe enjoy it. Okay, so this is the Big Chill. Um, these types of movies, they came out when I was very young. These were those adult grown up movies, movies made for adults that they used to make back in the day. But I was a little kid when this came out, so I watched this um, as an adult, and it's basically what I remember from it. So look, it's got a stacked cast: Glenn Close, Jeff Goldblum, William Hurt, blah blah blah. But what I remember from this movie is all these people. They grew up in like the '60s, and they were all part of that youth movement in the '60s, and they all grow up and become adults and get jobs and have kids and end up becoming bill paying adults, something that they didn't think, they were all back then in the 60s, they were in college and they were activists. And that's just not how their life kind of turned out. They ended up being, they're all friends, but basically they all grew up to be a part of the, what they thought they'd never be a part of, which is the establishment. Um, but it's got some classic songs on here because, again, these they're friends from college, and when they were in college it was like the 60s, and but I guess it kind of talks about that. Again, this is a movie that I've watched once many years ago, and don't really know can't remember the details of the plot or whatnot, but I remember that much about it. But yeah, this is one of the movies I'm going to be giving away. So yeah, Big Chill. All of these movies I recommend, even the ones that I don't really remember or whatnot. I recommend them because they're all pretty good. So okay, this one's Catch Me If You Can. Again, this is a movie I saw at the movie theater. Thoroughly enjoyed it. This is the based on a true story. This is with Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio. Based on a true story about this con artist. He was like a teenage con artist. He was a teenage con artist, and he outsmarted all these people. Blah blah blah. Pretty cool. Pretty good score by John Williams. But again, this is going to be a DVD that I'm going to be giving away. But again, I feel like this is also a pretty good classic. It's directed by Steven Spielberg. So it's these guys, especially Tom Hanks. He works really good with Steven Spielberg. But yeah, this one's going into the giveaway bin. Okay, so this is another example of how they used to sell these DVDs. They used to sell them in sets. So this one is Unfaithful, the movie, and then The Good Girl with Jennifer Aniston. And we all remember Unfaithful, the plot to that movie. This was so good with Richard Gere and Diane Lane. Like, he ends up, spoiler alert, he kills her lover. And then the rest of the movie, they're trying to figure out what the heck to do about that. This one, The Good Girl, Jennifer Aniston, didn't really, I don't know. I don't remember what this is about. I really don't. I know I watched it at least once, but for the life of me, I cannot remember the plot. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal and John C. Reilly. I mean, I think she got really good reviews on this. This was after she was no longer on Friends, or maybe Friends was just ending. But yeah. But this is going into the, I'm going to be giving this away. But yeah, this is how they used to sell DVDs back in the day, as a 2-disc sets, or 3-disc sets, or whatnot. But yeah, this one's going into the giveaway bin. Okay, this is American Hustle. This movie was I mean, the best thing about it was the outfits. Amy Adams' hair, her Diane von Furstenberg dresses that she wore. Christian Bale's funny toupee hair. And Bradley Cooper's hair. Again, this is... I think that's the most interesting thing about this movie. This is... Who did this? I think this was from... this director, I think he's kind of problematic. I can't find his name. David O. Russell. Yeah, he directed this movie. I thought Amy Adams was really good in this movie. Um, Jennifer Lawrence's character is, I mean, her playing the character is annoying. Um, but everybody else was pretty cool in it. I mean, it was okay. It got all these awards. Um, 10 Academy Award nominations, Best Picture. Was it the Best Picture? I don't know. It was a cool movie. It was an okay movie. I don't know if it warranted all that, but I say all that to say that I'm going to be giving this one away. Okay, so this is one of the Coen brothers' first films. Oh wait, the award-winning first film from the Coen brothers. Okay, this is the Coen brothers' first film. Blood Simple. So yeah, I never finished watching this, and um, so I think this is also with Frances McDormand. This is when she started working with them. Yeah, she's in this. Frances McDormand and Dan Hedaya. Okay. Um, I don't think I'm going to get rid of this because I do want to watch this. Um, and I just, man, I don't know. Is there an ant? Okay, that was weird. There was an ant crawling on the DVD. Um, but I'm not going to get rid of this movie because I do want to watch it. And I think when I first bought this, I watched maybe some of it and not the rest of it and never picked it up again. But I am curious to finish watching it because what I was watching, it was interesting. So I don't necessarily want to let go of this right now. Um, I'm going to go ahead and give it a watch before ultimately I give it away. Okay, this one's Ray. Um, who doesn't love this movie? This was one of those really good biopics. Um, Jamie Foxx, I mean, he just did a phenomenal job. Of course, he won the Oscar for it. And it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed the music. Enjoyed getting reintroduced to um, Ray Charles's music. Kerry Washington is also in this. And Regina King is in this. Everyone just did a really good job. Some other really good actors are in this. Um, and this is a classic. That's why I bought it because it is just one of those movies that you can pop in um, and at any time and always enjoy it. Uh, am I going to keep it though? Um, hmm. I think I'm gonna give this one away. Yeah, I'm gonna give it away. But really great movie. I loved it. But yeah, gotta give it away. This is such a classic. Coming to America. I remember being a little kid and going to see this movie in the theaters with my sister and my mom. Um, it was summer of, I think it was the summer of '88. We were in Los Angeles when this movie came out. And yes, we went to the movie theater. And um, even at my super young age, I knew this was going to be a class. I just knew it. It was going to be a classic. I mean, come on. Who, like, Soul Glow and. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, my eyes were playing tricks on me there. Yeah, Soul Glow. The the guy who's singing at the church function. Um, oh my God, there's so many memorable moments. Um, and of course, Eddie Murphy's playing several characters in the barber shop scene where he's playing multiple characters. Um, yeah, even Samuel Jackson is in this movie. He has a small part in this movie. Like, there are so many people in this movie. Um, but yeah, this is a classic. Brings back so many great memories from when I was a kid. Um, But this is one I am going to give away. Okay, this is The Best Man Holiday. Um, Again, this is another good one. Um, I don't know if anyone remembers the first one. The first Best Man was good. And then this is kind of like the sequel. I know they've come out with different ones or new ones that I haven't seen. The ones that I've seen is the first one and this one. And this is the one that I do. I enjoyed both of them. I enjoyed both movies, but a lot of times they don't do sequels very well. When sequels get made, they're not good, but this was a really good sequel. And of course, this cast, gotta love the cast. Um, yeah, this is so good. But this is, one of the movies that I am going to be giving away. Again, all these DVDs that I have, these movies, I enjoy them so much. They are very good movies, and I recommend everything that I have shown so far. I recommend because they may not have been the best movies, but they were pretty good. And this one's actually good. Like it, good pacing, good writing. Love the actors in it. Um, yeah, but gotta give it away. Oh, this is such a classic. Oh, Clueless. So this movie came out when I think I was like a freshman in high school, 14, 15 years old. And oh, I wanted to go to the movies to see this so bad. But I never got to the movies. I never was able to see it at the movies. I was so mad. And because even back then, just them showing the previews, when they used to show the trailers, excuse me, they show the trailers on TV during, for commercials. And this movie would come up, the trailer. I'm like, oh my God, I want to see Clueless so bad. I want to see it. I want to see it. Um, didn't get to see it until it came on HBO. And I was like, oh, I fell in love with it. The moment I watched it, I absolutely fell in love with it. So it's so classic. Alicia Silverstone. I'd never even heard of her until this movie came out. Apparently, she was in a lot of different movies. Didn't know that. I just knew her from Clueless. And look, Paul Rudd when he was super young, and Stacey Dash, and um, look, it's Brittany Murphy. This movie just reminds me of a simpler time when I was a young teenager. I mean, this is a movie, no matter what, you can pop this movie in at any time for any reason. And no matter how much, you could watch it a million times. You could, quote it word for word. I think I can, because that's how many times I've seen it. And it never gets old. And can I say the fashion in this movie still, it still holds up. Like there's some stuff that Cher wears that the girl, in Dion, there's some of the stuff that these girls wearing here. I would wear it in 2024 as a 44-year-old woman. I would wear it because the clothes they do hold up. So a big shout out to the costume person. This reminds me of The Devil Wears Prada. Like I said, The Devil Wears Prada, how those clothes still hold up, 20 years later. Well, 30 years later, the outfits from Clueless, they still hold up. Um, but I am going to go ahead and give this away. Um, but classic movie, love it. Yeah. This is a concert film. Well, it's John Legend live at the House of Blues DVD. Um, yeah, this is when John Legend first came out, so I'm guessing this was like 2002, 2003. No, maybe 2003, 2004, whatever. It was the early 2000s, and he had just came out. And I loved John Legend when he came out. I was obsessed. As you can see, I have the concert DVD. And this is when he came out with his very first album. Um, yeah, this is. I actually saw John Legend live on New Year's Eve back in, okay, I think that was either 2004, 2005. I cannot remember, but it was New Year's Eve. Me and my sister, we went to the House of Blues. R.I.P. House of Blues. It doesn't exist anymore, but we went to the House of Blues on the Sunset Strip. Saw him. We rang in the new year with John Legend. It was such a great show. And I had wanted to go to this one. I wanted to get tickets, and I couldn't get tickets. And which is why I ended up buying the DVD. But then I found out that he was going to be doing a New Year's show at the House of Blues. So I told my sister to get her ticket. I'm getting mine. She needs to get hers because I'm going to go see him. I still remember how much the ticket was. It was like $120. And I remember thinking that was so much money. Like, oh my God, that is $120. But I was like, but it's worth it because it's John Legend. It's an intimate, House of Blues, and it's on New Year's. You get to ring in the New Year with John Legend. So I felt like it was money well spent. But, little did I know how much concert tickets would end up becoming. The I mean, something like that nowadays, something like that would probably be like $500-$600 or something, even and he was a new artist, so back then. But I can only imagine, like, these new artists now doing something like that on New Year's. Yeah, they probably try to charge like $500-$600 or something like that. It's insane. But will I keep this DVD? The answer is no, I'm not keeping it. I'm going to give it away. All right, so that's it for part 6. These are all the movies. Again, I'm going to be giving these away. I still have some DVDs to go through, so stay tuned for part 7. All right, so if you like this content, like, subscribe. If you don't, like and subscribe. I know that doesn't make any sense. But, all right, so everyone, have a great day or evening or whatever time you're watching this. And I will see, we'll pick this up at a later time, all right? Be safe. Bye.